And now for an eye, everybody go blind. What up, y'all? It's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter/X at AK Infinity _VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel / Rockets Round Robin Channel. We got a pregame today before game 3 of the first round of the Western Conference playoffs between the Rockets versus the Warriors. And I must say, I'm quite excited. Why am I excited? Because we got some momentum going into the game. We on the road, coming off of how we played last game. There's a lot of optimism on my end and a lot of the fan base as well. Oh, hold up. What is this that I'm hearing? Oh. Okay, so according to Shams, the Golden State Warriors will rule Jimmy Butler out of Game 3 against the Houston Rockets tonight. Jonathan Kuminga is going to be starting in his place. That's interesting. That is interesting. Once again, I say, and not for an eye, everybody go blind. Y'all remember how many people the Warriors have injured over the years and they subsequently win the series? I'm not saying I wish injuries on nobody. I'm just saying if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That's all I'm saying. It all goes down the same. Why would I tell you to drink water and I refuse to drink water myself? Why would I tell you to drink water and I'm only drinking vodka? Why would I tell you to eat salad if I'm eating McDonald's? We don't do hypocrisy on this side, bro. We just don't do it. Just don't do it. If you listen to them Warriors fans, they all in their feelings. Oh, the Rockets are dirty. Amen Thompson purposely hurt Jimmy Butler. Man, shut your Zaza Pachulia ass up. Nobody trying to hear that. You got a dude on your team named Draymond Green, the Tasmanian devil himself. Like, get out of here, bro. Nobody trying to hear that. And nobody gonna feel sorry for you. None of that. Oh boy. Ryan say, what up, Unc? Ryan, I hate you with all my heart and soul, even though I'm soulless. Scooter, what's happening, my guy? He said karma's a bitch. Draymond saying this. He said saying this to Draymond. Yeah, of course. Man, I don't care nothing about Draymond's stupid ass feelings. Donkey face bastard. I don't care nothing about all that. Ryan say, all that talk about I'm the reason. Hey, listen, you went to the game and the Rockets won. So that means if you don't go to game 3, if you're not at game 3 and we don't win, it's your fault. I hope you understand how you done put yourself in a bad predicament here. Pandora's box. Who won when I was at? The Rockets won. So that means now that you're not there, the Rockets, I don't know, man. If they don't win, it's your fault. Just keep that in mind, bro. That's how Pandora's box opens. That's how Pandora's box works, bro. That's how it works. That's how they work. But yeah, man. Rockets coming off a really, really impressive victory in game 2. Ryan say, boy, if you don't stop messaging me up in here, bro, like jump on, bro. You got the link. Jump in, bro. Scooter say, I figured out why Draymond is dirty. There's nothing else he can do. Not enough skills to beat us. He never had enough skills to beat us in the first place. That's why he play like he do now. He can only out-injure you. That's all he can do. Got the nerve to call somebody dirty. Man, Warriors fans are some of the worst people on this planet, boy. The only people, you know how there was this narrative of, is Amen Thompson dirty? The only people that were saying he dirty is Warriors fans. Nobody else had a problem with it. Nobody. It was only Warriors fans. Ryan said, nah, I'm about to hit out. I hop on for well, hurry up then, punk. Home Alone looking ass boy. Anyway, but yeah, man, like it's only Warriors fans that's sitting there, complaining about Amen Thompson and what happened. Here this fool go right here. Macaulay Culkin, what's up?
What's up, dog?
What's happening, bro? You not home alone?
All right, so look, are we winning tonight or no? What's your prediction?
Are you you going to the game?
No.
So what you think might happen?
We might lose.
That's because of you, bro. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. But nah, in all seriousness, I was gonna get to it later because that's how the pre-games go. But I think the Rockets actually end up pulling this one out in a closer one. I think
without Jimmy and the fact that what's his name? What's that dude's name? The center?
Jonathan Kuminga. Oh, Kuminga gonna be playing the four.
No, the white guy.
Oh, Quentin Post.
Yeah, he's starting.
That ain't what I saw from Shams. Shams said
that he's starting.
I'm looking at maybe it's an updated tweet, but Kuminga is starting in this place. That's what
right. It's right, and Quentin Post is also starting. I don't know who would be starting.
I mean, I'm gonna assume it's probably gonna be Moody that go to the bench.
Yeah,
that's the assumption I have. I don't know.
You know, with that being said, I think that gives us a better chance at winning because you don't want that guy guarding Şengün in the post. A mix of that, Şengün and Draymond Green. A mix of that, Draymond Green and Kuminga in the post is not good enough to guard Şengün, especially to start the game.
I think.
So I'm calling for a Şengün masterclass and at least 17 points from JG tonight.
He said at least 17 points. That's funny. I'm thinking.
You heard it here first.
Okay. I hear you, Mr. Ryan Diamond, Coach Ryan. Who do you think is going to be the X factor this game?
Jalen Green.
Fool. How you going to be an X factor when he's supposed to be a constant? Did you ever do math?
Has he ever been a constant?
Yes, actually.
Low
key, he's been the most consistent player of the season, and that's saying something. Low key.
No, he has not. No, he's not. He's been consistent, but he's not been a constant. He's had his streaks of consistency, and yes, he finally found his consistency towards the middle end of the season. But I don't think it's solid enough yet to say that he's been constant.
All right, bro. So who's gonna be the X factor, bro? Because I ain't giving you Jalen Green. That's a cop out.
What about Fred? Is that a cop out?
No, that's not a cop out.
All right, then Fred.
I want Fred to play well so bad. I really do, because
it ain't gonna happen. So the X factor is gonna have to be Dylan Brooks.
Why are you like this, bro? Why are you so mean to Fred?
Because I'm a realist.
What if it's Jock Landale, bro? Why it can't be Jock Landale or Jay Sean Tate?
Number one, they're both out. So that's why. That's why it ain't going to be any of them. And even if they were healthy, they wouldn't see the court.
That's true. And if they did see the court, it's easy eats.
Actually, time out. No, I'm taking my X Factor back. Jabari Smith Jr. off the bench.
Okay. Why do you think so?
I think that he's going to create us really good space when the Warriors are in their 1-3-1 zone, because they probably will run that, especially having Jalen Green getting double team, triple team off the screen. So I think being able to create that space for Jabari and make sure he gets open shots is going to be really important.
That's actually a good explanation, which is very surprising for you, bro. It's very, very surprising. See, you actually can be smart when you want to be, bro. When you're not just out here trolling.
No, I'm just locked in. It's playoff time, you know what I'm saying?
Scooter is wrong for that. God, dog, it's like that, man.
You're right, he's wrong. You know, he is wrong. He spelled Lawndale wrong.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody be saying his name wrong. I don't understand why it's so hard to say Landale. Who is Lawndale? I'd be really mad if I'm Jack. I said Jock Landale, calling me a Lawndale. Who that? I'd never answer to that name, bro. But nah, I think the Jabari thing kind of can make some sense, though.
It does make sense.
That does make some sense. Um, I'm assuming that the Warriors are definitely going to do a lot of different things. I don't think it's just going to be one different thing. I think it's going to be a few extra people in the rotation too, besides just Kuminga. I'm thinking more like, at least from an X Factor perspective, on the Warriors end, I ain't gonna lie, Quentin Post could be a problem because the Rockets don't really do well with shooting big.
Low
like
key,
that.
you know who I think could be a problem in this game for the
Who
Warriors?
that?
Who's that one? I think he's what's his name? The one dude with curly hair who's like he comes off the bench. He's bigger.
Oh, that's Santos idiot.
Santos, yeah.
He is annoying. Like, he's just one of them dudes that's just annoying. Like, he just come in, you hear his name, Santos. I don't even know if he got a first name. Santos. What is this moron? This
no,
PM?
but given the situation tonight with Al Jimmy and Quentin Post starting, I think Santos could be a problem off the bench.
I think so.
That
too.
means because who's usually timeout? Who usually starts? Is it Moody that Post will be starting over?
Yeah, Moody will be starting the first couple games.
Moody's minutes are probably going to go down, which means Post minutes are probably going to go up, or not Post. Santos, yeah.
I think Kuminga could be a problem too. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, they still present a hella issues, bro.
Damn, Icy is hating in here. Like, I fuck with, or I mess with the Warriors hate, but like, damn, he's flaming this dude's first name.
Good.
Yeah, good luck.
He's stupid.
Yeah, AK, how do you pronounce that, dog?
Gooey. At least that's what it looked like.
Hell no.
Either Gooey or, well,
Guy?
Jewy?
Okay. All right.
But I think it's Gooey, though.
How can you hate any team more than Golden State?
I only hate one team more. No, it's very possible. Like, it's
What,
easily
Boston?
the Lakers. The Lakers. The hell? Like, how do you not hate the Lakers, bro? Unless you
I do. Fan. Like, no. Hold on. Hear me out. Right? So, I was talking with this girl, right? We
already off topic, but it's all good.
No, it's on topic. We were at, like, some thing last night. Lakers game was on. We're in a crowd of people, and I'm like, yeah, Anthony Edwards is going to cook y'all.
I'm glad you did that, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm a realist.
I'm so happy for you, bro. I definitely probably would have did something like that too, bro. I wish I was there with you to back you up so I can kind of egg it on a little bit and make them feel really stupid for being Lakers fans. But you did a good job, bro. I'm proud of you, dog. For once in your life, you did something useful. That'll be the last time I compliment you, though. So you might want to clip this. Oh, he jumped out. That's right. Good for you, Ryan. But anyway, back on the game. X Factors. Man, I done already blew up the whole rundown, bro. I done blew up. Before we even get to that, before we get to who X Factor and all that, who is fighting tonight? Because the way the Warriors energy been, you know what I'm saying? Draymond been on extra demon time. Like, he look like he been having holy sessions with Satan every before every game. And
some Kung Fu Panda ass Knicks fan decided to call me. Sorry.
Wow.
Who's scrapping?
Yeah. It has to be.
Okay. I think we all know who's gonna.
It's definitely gonna be Draymond on
have you already said your opinion on here? Because I wasn't listening. Did you already say it?
Nah, not yet.
Okay, yet. I'll say it for you.
Go ahead.
Dylan and Dre.
That's a net positive for the Rockets because we can afford to lose Dylan. They can't afford to lose Dre.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, for sure. Like, as long as Draymond get kicked out of a game, I'm fine with it.
I would chant it on here, but I'm not going to. But you know what I'm talking about.
Nah.
What did we chant at Toyota Center the other night?
Oh, F you Draymond. Yeah.
See, there's some things that I just can't speak on air, but that's one of them.
Yeah. That chant made me very happy, bro. I was so proud of Toyota Center.
Did you see the video I sent you?
Which one?
The one that I sent in the group chat?
When did you send it?
This morning I said this for you, AK, or something like that.
This morning?
Yeah, it might have not sent because my Wi-Fi was going on and off.
Yeah, bro, you got that.
I got
Anyway.
the Kansas Wi-Fi.
Ain't you like a couple hours from Preston, bro?
Yeah, no, literally.
That's hilarious, dog.
But also, he's more in the middle of nowhere than I am. At least there's
no, for sure. But both of y'all.
No, at least there's people where I am. Like, at least there's a college here.
Damn. Yeah, that's just. So you saying that man don't even have a school next to him? That's why he's stupid? That's what you trying to say? Nah, bro. I'm gonna tell
I'll plead the fifth on this one, but yeah.
I'm telling. I'm finna snitch.
No.
But nah, man. Scrapping though. I prefer. Damn, see, this is one of them games where it would really be nice to have Jay Shante come off the bench and just take one for the team and throw a couple of.
Sengun getting into a scrap.
Yeah, he gonna probably get into it, but like I need somebody to throw like a couple of people's elbows over there at Draymond, right here, like one right here, and then one like behind the ear, like just. That's what I need for Draymond.
What's wrong with you?
Bro, Doc, have you seen the dirt that man has been pulling over his whole life?
AK Infinity with no regard to human life.
Not for Draymond, and he's not a human.
What is he?
A donkey. He the first donkey that barks. He don't go, ee-haw. He's, that's Draymond.
Donkey of the decade?
I'm telling you. I can't stand that guy, bro. He's a walking, talking dirtbag, bro. Like, you can't name a dirtier.
You're hating on someone younger than you, dog.
That's crazy to say that Draymond is younger than me, bro. That is a crazy thing to say, bro. That is crazy. But nah, like, think about it, bro.
No, like, I'm with it on the Draymond hate. I'm with it, but like
Draymond is at a point with me where. Like, if something bad happened to him, I'm going to just look the other way, bro. Like, oh, that happened to you? That sucks. But when nobody watching, I'm going to be doing this.
If it doesn't affect me, it doesn't bother me type of thing.
If it affects Draymond in a negative way, it affects me happily. I'm very happy for it. Like, that's the level I'm at with Draymond. I can't stand that guy, bro. Cannot stand him.
If you're watching this, just know that I'm not saying anything about this here. I want a job.
Oh, it ain't right. It's me. I'm the one that is an HR risk. That's me, bro.
Yeah, PR risk.
Yeah, PR, HR, anything with an R. Like, I'm an R-rated MF.
Are you Kanye's PR team?
I might be. Why do you think he keep getting in trouble? Kyrie too.
Okay, no, fuck Kyrie.
Wow, damn. So you telling me if he came to the Rockets in place of Fred, you'll still hate him?
You said what? You said if he comes to Rockets,
if he came to the Rockets in place of Fred,
then what was the question after that?
Would you still hate him?
As a person, I'd strongly dislike him.
That's understandable.
As a basketball player, I think he's a good basketball player.
That's fair.
I like him as a person.
No, that's fair. It's
fair. Like Kanye. I think Kanye's a great musician, but he's literally he's up there with like the worst person to ever exist, who killed 6 million of my people.
Draymond up there too.
Yeah, Draymond, Steph Curry, Kanye West, the man I will not speak about, and
I said the man I must not speak about, dog.
And Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, Ellen, don't even get me started, bro. Anyway, Scooter says, I watched some videos where the demon tries to explain his behavior on the field. Yeah, you might have been drinking a little bit too much vodka on this one. Justifies, I'm assuming you're trying to say, and stories. Wait, what? He
justifies his stories.
Okay, I'm assuming that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, like that's what he does, bro. Like he don't even realize that what he's doing is being a piece of crap asshole, bro. Like that's why I keep saying, like, if I ever see something bad happen to him, I'm gonna look the other way. Right. Low key, I'm gonna be doing one of these.
I gotta get out of here. Peace. Rockets are gonna win 107 to 103.
107, 103.
And Jalen Green is gonna have to be our X factor. Peace, y'all.
All right, bro. Have a good one, bro. That boy said he hate Kyrie. But anyway, so the Scooter say he tried to box out Nurkic. That wasn't even a try to box out, bro. Like, he did an African backslap to Yusuf Nurkic, bro. Like, what was that for? It was for nothing, for no reason. Just because he wanted to be a dick. Let's call it what it is. I see. He said with the hard F. Yeah, dog. Yeah, Scooter. Yeah, he just be lying, bro. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand Draymond, bro. You clearly, because some of the stuff that he be doing is unnatural movements and getting people hurt. Like, how is your natural movement kicking the same dude in the nuts twice? You stomping on your natural movement is to stomp on somebody's chest. Your natural movement is to go and choke out big 7-footers. Like, what? And then you notice he's not necessarily trying certain people. Like, do you think he would try that with Bloodsport James Johnson? Absolutely, he wouldn't. He would not try nothing like that. I bet you he never tried nothing like that with Boogie Cousins. You see how he punched Jordan Poole when he was his teammate? I bet you he didn't try that with Boogie Cousins. Like, he's just a punk. Draymond is just a mark and a punk. And when something bad happens to him, I'm not going to say nothing. I ain't going to say sorry that happened to you. Nope. I'm going to be like, sucks for you, and you probably deserve it. That's the level of hatred I have for Draymond, bro. I'm going to say it openly. I don't care. I ain't got nothing to lose. But anyway, back to who's scrapping. Hopefully it's Draymond and like who's like at the end of the bench that can just take one for the team. Like if I'm Ime Udoka, I'm subbing in Jack McVay to just come get his whole contract worth, and I'm gonna shoot him something under the table to take care of Draymond, take care of the Draymond problem. If I'm Tillman Fertitta, hey man, take care of Jack McVay, in the offseason, because they're probably gonna get rid of him from the NBA. But you make sure you take care of him, but take out Draymond Green. I'm all right with it. I ain't even playing. Scooter said the people around him protect him. Curry and Kerr. Yep, them the two people. LeBron too. LeBron protects him too in the media. Not directly because he can't come out and say it, but he got his little minions in the media that he be paying. They both part of Clutch Sports, so they make sure they take care of their people. That's what that's about. You see, they gave him that what was it, that Hustle Player of the Year. For what reason did he get the Hustle Player of the Year? Because they snubbed him on the Defensive Player of the Year. They realized they couldn't get to him. They're like, all right, we're gonna give you this one because we couldn't give you the other one, but we're gonna make up for it by giving you this one, even though you don't deserve this one either. Can't stand that guy, bro. Absolutely can't stand that fool. But anyway, who's scrapping? Realistically, probably gonna be Dre and Dylan. That's because Dylan did call him out in an interview yesterday and said he's dirty. So Draymond probably gonna do something dirty to Dylan, but I think Dylan is mature enough not to fall for the games. But he's gonna try to get under his skin and make Draymond react first, and then he's gonna feel open to do whatever he needs. So Dylan, already thank you in advance for taking one for the team. We appreciate your service. All right, X Factors. Man, there's gonna be a lot of them. There's a lot of them for the Warriors, boy. Kuminga definitely gonna be an X Factor. He gonna play a role. He gonna play a role because he just for whatever reason he plays well against the Rockets. I don't understand it. Quentin Post is probably gonna end up being an issue too because shooting bigs just end up doing that to us. Like it's just what they do. Matter of fact, Kuminga, the combination of Kuminga and Post starting is probably gonna be a problem. I'll get into it a little bit more, but that first quarter is probably gonna be kind of dicey for the Rockets. Because now there's gonna be a conundrum of, all right, who do we hide Şengün on? We're gonna hide him on Post, who at that point, all right, that means you got Şengün out there trying to chase a 3-point shooter, and Quentin Post was making his threes last game, and now they're at home. You know how role players play at home. Or do you put him on Kuminga, who he's not necessarily a shooter, but he's athletic. He can get by Şengün and get to the basket. And for whatever reason, Kuminga ends up shooting the ball well against the Rockets. I just don't understand it. So we'll see. We'll see how the matchups look in that first quarter. And with the trio of Kuminga, Draymond, and Quentin Post starting, it kind of not necessarily negates our size, but they kind of match them size-wise a lot better with us at this point. So the third person I'll probably say over there for the Warriors that'll probably be a problem. Pat Spencer. I don't want to just say this is recency bias from the last game, but how he was playing, it looked like he kind of got off because he wasn't on the damn scouting report, so we didn't really know how to guard him and none of that. So it's very possible that I think it's going to be more of a combination. Pat Spencer himself is going to salute King. Pat Spencer himself is probably going to play pretty decently, but the combination of Kuminga, Post, and Spencer, I think, is going to be somewhat of an issue for the Rockets this game. Now, on the Rockets end, X factors are going to be the usual Tari and Jabari, but the third in that trifecta of X factors is going to have to be Fred VanVleet. He cannot have 3 bad games in a row against the Warriors, bro. He cannot. We can't afford it. On the road, we're going to need his veteran leadership. We're going to need him to actually produce and put up some numbers. Do something, please, Fred. Do something more than just be an intangibles guy and a leader, please. We need some tangibles now. Please, Fred. This is what we paid you that $40 million for this season. Please. Remember, you trying to get an extension with the Rockets. So, please, it starts tonight for you, my guy. Please, Fred. I'm begging you. I am begging you, man. I am really begging you to please show up tonight. I need it. I need it from Fred. We need one Fred game this series. We need a new role player to step up every game. Let tonight be the Fred game. For the love of God, please. Now I'm trying to think like what. I mean, if he just knocks down his open threes, I think that's fine. That's all I'm really asking from him. You know what I'm saying? Do the rest of the stuff that you normally do, all the intangibles, the leadership, the communication, getting guys in their right spots and all of that, playing defense. All right, cool. But I need you to hit some shots tonight, man. If you can hit some shots tonight, there's no way the Warriors can beat us because I trust Amen, Şengün, and Jalen to actually, be the catalyst in us winning. But I need Fred to show up. I trust Jabari and Tari, too, to do what they do. Whether they're, putting up numbers, like big numbers or just, regular numbers, I trust them to have an impact on the game. Fred, I need tangibles from you. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking too much. Just make your open. If you can give me 4 open shots that you can make this game. I ain't saying only take 4 shots, which that probably be good for the Rockets too. But if you can make 4 to 5 shots for me this game, I think that'll be huge. That'll be huge. Freddie hitting 3. Yes, that would be huge, man. I cannot tell you how critical it's going to be because they are going to find a weak link in the offense to start helping off of. And that can blow up a lot of the stuff that we want to accomplish in this game. All right, matchups to watch. Man, one of the matchups I'm going to say is, man, I don't know who they have that's going to guard Jalen Green. I don't know who's guarding him. I don't know who's going to guard. I'm going to assume that they put Quentin Post on Alperen Şengün because they love to have Draymond in help position because he can help all his weak ass defenders out. He gonna help Post out. He gonna help Pajemski. He gonna help out Steph. He gonna make all of them guys not look as bad as they are. But so I think my assumption is gonna be Post is gonna be guarding Şengün. For Amen Thompson, they probably gonna try to quote unquote hide Draymond on Amen Thompson since he can't shoot and help off of that. So look for that to be the case. Kuminga is likely going to be on Dillon Brooks or Jalen Green. They might put him on Jalen Green, have his length and athleticism on Jalen Green. And they're going to try to hide Steph and Pajemski on Dillon and Fred. Both of them guys got to make them pay. Those are the matchups I'm thinking is going to be. From the Rockets end, I don't know who the Rockets have Şengün guarding. Oh dang! I'm low key watching this Denver game too. Denver and the Clippers. Denver not trying to go down 3-1. Oh yeah, they're not fooling around. But yeah, I don't know if I'm the Rockets. If I'm Ime, I'm in that first quarter. I'm gonna go ahead and put Şengün on Quentin Post, and we're gonna see how they play it and see how it works, and then kind of go from there. If anything, I kind of readjust, and then I just take my chances with putting them on Kaminga, and then just trusting my help defense. But we can't let Golden State start getting off threes with guys like Quentin Post, man. He just can't have it. I'd rather, Jonathan Kaminga come in. Yeah, it might be his game to be a slasher and get to the paint, but I'm gonna do my best to try to cut off the paint some, make him shoot middies. And if he's shooting middies, that means Steph ain't shooting threes, and I'm good with that. Yeah, Alpy gonna eat Post if Alpy is gonna eat if Post is guarding him. Yeah, he's going to. But Post might get him on the other end by forcing him out of the paint, having to chase him at the three-point line. Because Post can do that. It's the one thing he can do. Yeah, Post been shooting good. He won't continue to shoot good though. They're at home. You know how role players play at home when they're at home. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Do not let that. Don't be surprised if Quentin Post hit like 4 or 5 threes. But if Quentin Post is hitting 4 or 5 threes, but the total amount of 3-pointers that they attempt is still 38, 40 or below, I might be able to live with that. If they're only making, last game they made 17 threes and we still beat them, but that's because we made 15. But if they hit if we hold them to 14 or below 3-pointers made, I think we good. I think we're in good shape. Just generally speaking. I think as far as who else is guarding who, everybody pretty much going to be splitting time between one another, man. Between Fred, Jalen, Dylan, and Amen, they all going to see time on Steph, Pajemski, Draymond, and Kaminga. I think that's as far as who's starting off on who. Obviously, Amen is probably going to start off on Steph, and then Jalen on Pajemski, and Amen. Dylan on Draymond is probably the matchup I want to go with. I'm all right with Dylan on Draymond because if you got Amen and Dylan guarding the two people who always going to be in the most actions with each other, I think that kind of helps our defense. I think we should be fine. All right, keys to the game. Before we get to that, King got a couple more comments. He said we could match Jabari minutes with Post minutes. Post supposed to be starting though. Jabari could guard for him. Yeah, he can't. I don't even think it's a matter of worrying about guarding him. It's just how they're gonna use him. Are they gonna use him as a spacer to open up space for guys like Steph and Pajemski, or are they gonna actually get the ball to him to burn us for helping off of him? That's kind of what I'm thinking about on my end. He said, "Oh my bad, I didn't think Post." Yeah, he's starting. That's what they said. All right, keys to the game. Kind of gave one of them away. 14 or less 3-point shots for the Warriors. Like I said, man, that is going to be one of their ways of, handling us in this game, in Game 3. Ain't gonna be no Jimmy. So what happens? Y'all know my thing about hope stats. When you missing a key player for your team, teams usually make it up with hope stats. Offensive rebounds, transition, forcing turnovers, making threes, hope stats. We can cut down on that, we should be in good shape. If we win the fast break battle, we should be in good shape. We should be able to whip. Another key, this is kind of more of an intangible. We need to withstand that first quarter wave because their first quarter not going to be pretty. Let me just tell y'all right now. They're going to come out with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. They're going to come out with a lot of emotion. They're going to play really hard. They're going to get some calls that they don't deserve. We're not going to get calls that we do deserve. That's what's going to happen. That arena is going to be rocking. it's a playoff game, man. It's Chase Center, it's Golden State Warriors. It's what they do. It's the same fans that was at the Oracle. You just got to drive to a different location. It's gonna be crazy in that first quarter. Look for as long as we, weather that first quarter wave. All that adrenaline and emotion will die down, and then it's gonna get back to strictly basketball. And then we're gonna, it's gonna be mano a mano. They probably gonna empty the clip on whatever their adjustments is gonna be in that first quarter, because we saw pretty much what their game plan may or may not be. Once Jimmy went down, because that inserted Kuminga in the rotation, and then you brought in the Pat Spencers of the world, started getting in, and the Gui Santos, all those stupid role players that they seem to just be unlimited with over there in Golden State. So how they played last game, we can probably expect more of that in this first quarter. But with more emotion and with more, I don't even know if they can get any more referee help than they already done got, for the simple fact that we really overcame the Warriors and the referees. We played through the refs because we were getting a lot of bad calls or a lot of things that wasn't going our way. And we ended up overcoming it because we didn't let it bother us. But it's probably going to be 2-3 times worse in Golden State. So just be ready for that. I want all y'all to be ready for that, man. So last key to the game, man. Take care of the damn ball, man. Please take care of the ball. I know that's, I already mentioned hope stats, but more than anything else, do not give them any extra possessions. They already gonna get enough help. We're not gonna help them help themselves. Let's not help them help themselves, man. Do not turn the ball over too much. We need to keep it at 12 or less turnovers for ourselves. But we also need to force more turnovers than we did at Toyota Center. We need to force like 17, 18 turnovers. They are turnover happy, and they have one less ball handler. And we can press up on Steph and Draymond. They can be turnover prone, as we saw last game. So if we're pressing up on them, we also need to press up on the other guys that they used to, this kind of pressure too. So I'd blitz the hell out of guys like Pajemski, Buddy Hield. Anytime they dribbling, I'm slapping at the ball. Anytime. I'm trying to make them, afraid to do anything. If you feel me? All right. Halftime. God, dog. Halftime and final score and play of the game, man. Halftime is probably going to be a little bit more than it normally has been. I was stupid wrong last game. I thought it was going to be a lot closer at halftime. I was wrong as hell. I underestimated the Rockets. And I'm probably going to underestimate them again this game. But halftime probably going to be something like 56, 55. Maybe Golden State going to be up at halftime. Like I said, it's going to be that first quarter going to be really, really important because they're going to be very emotional with it. However, I'm probably going to I probably shouldn't. It's probably going to bite me in the ass. But Ime Udoka's adjustments at halftime are probably going to be very key, especially defensively. Man, it's really hard to predict, man. It really is. Because on one hand, I may just not be used to seeing the Rockets play so smart against a high IQ team. And I'm probably having some trauma and PTSD from the years and years of the Warriors just doing us in. But on the other hand, the Rockets might actually just be that damn good. 112 one-on-one Rockets. That's probably going to look real stupid. That's probably going to look really stupid. Yeah, I'm probably going to be really wrong about that. Player of the game, man. One thing I will say is their defensive game plan they're gonna try to take away Jalen Green because they realize if he scores, we don't lose. So that's gonna put a lot more pressure and attention on Alperen Sengun. He's probably gonna get a lot more. They're probably gonna force him to score more, and they're gonna take his assists away. So Alperen Sengun probably gonna end up being the player of the game. As far as the stat line, I don't know. But Quentin Post cannot guard him. Draymond cannot guard him. Looney might come in and have some moments. But Looney low-key can't guard him either. But if we use an Alperen Sengun the same way that we used him last game, we used him as a hub, we used him as a playmaker on the elbow. If we use him that same way, I think the offense should be cool. He may not score as much, but everybody else might. But the Warriors may end up finding a way to take that away. So I'm gonna still go with Alperen Sengun being the player of the game this game. I may be very, very wrong about everything I just said. I may be very, very wrong. King said AP was spot on with the halftime prediction that game. Yeah, he was, bro. He was. Man. I thought he was just being a homer. He was not. Icy said that 1 minute of rapid threes was crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be. I don't think that sequence got enough like national attention. Like if it was the Lakers and the Warriors that did that, that'll get all the attention in the world. But because not only did the Rockets win, but because we're the Rockets, it's not gonna get all that attention. But that was a very, very good sequence. That was very fun to watch, man. It's stuff like that the NBA is stupid for. You need if you want ratings, you put more emphasis on the younger guys that's coming up. Why are you not emphasizing this game a little bit more? Why are you not emphasizing this series a little bit more? That sequence like that. Alperen Sengun hit a 3, Jalen Green hit a 3. Who the hell else hit a 3? I think it was Jalen that hit a couple of them. But yeah, like, why are you not, putting an emphasis on the younger guys that are playing with us? Is it because they're not in California? Like, what's up with that? Adam Copper. King say, my halftime prediction 58-51 us, final score 102-98 us. I'm gonna just tell you right now that halftime score ain't happening. Golden State is gonna be a lot closer at halftime, and they're probably gonna be up at halftime. 58-51 is not happening. Now 102-98, that is a very, 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 very realistic outcome. Very realistic outcome. Because the way we've been defending them, it's been hard for them to crack 100 points. Number one. Number two, I think they're going to make enough adjustments to get a little bit more out of the offense. I don't think they win this game, though, which I'm probably wrong about. King says, and hopefully a man finally has a great game since he's been playing close to home. He's been mid lately, referring to his offense, of course. Yeah, but he's been sort of mid, yeah, offensively, but the Warriors, one thing about the Warriors, man, if you have a weakness, they're going to let you know about it, and they're going to make you lean into it. So if Amen Thompson, if he's good at getting to the basket, they're going to take that away. They're going to make him play strapped to one hand behind his back. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to find other ways to score, man, if we really need him to score like that. But him playing in the dunker and playing as a cutter, playing along the baseline, I think has been all right. He's good at doing that. We can just, play him that way. But anything else kind of bails out the Warriors, bro. Like if he's a ball handler and you got him, trying to make a play out of the pick and roll, it kind of bails out their defense because depending on what personnel they have on the floor, they could just shrink the floor and force him to pass, force the ball out of his hand. So King said, "Icy, that's a fact." They was literally back to back to back. Yeah, man, they didn't lean into that a little bit. They didn't lean into that enough in the highlights. King, Jalen Green, player of the game. You think so? Like I said, man, maybe it's just me and this Warriors PTSD that I have, man. I have, you know how they say Trump derangement syndrome? I got Warriors derangement syndrome. That's what I have, bro. It is a mental condition I've been diagnosed with. Warriors derangement syndrome. I don't trust nothing good to happen when we playing the Warriors, bro. Can you say? I think it was Fred that hit a 3 in that sequence. I think it was. Yeah, you're right. It was Fred. It was Fred. But yeah, y'all. Again, bro, like this is probably me just being a little wuss, man. But I think we're gonna win, but I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm the most confident in that actually happening. I can't say it. I can't say it with my full chest. Now, I'll say this. When we pull this game off, I'll mess around and get banned from Twitter. Because the way I'm going to be going to some of them Warriors fans, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be dirty, filthy, ugly. I'm crossing all kind of lines and barriers that you're not supposed to cross as a man. I don't care. You Warriors fans. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be going back and forth with these Warriors fans. Most of the oldest Warriors fans is like 13. I told one dude, I said, you was probably like 3 years old when the Warriors won their first title. And he got mad. I was like, I was right, huh? He got mad again. I'm telling you, man, all these Warriors fans is new, man. They don't know what the struggle is like, man. They don't know what that's like. They don't really understand the beef between the Rockets and the Warriors. They don't really understand this rivalry like that. They've been the beneficiaries of it for so long. They've been beating us at it for so long. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they'll be able to handle the Rockets beating them in this series. Warriors fans are not going to be able to handle it. Like if you think they crashed out after the last game, if the Rockets win this series, what Elon gonna have to shut down X for like a week. Them dudes are gonna be all over the place saying all kind of racial epithets to all the Rockets fans. I don't care. But anyway, man, I'm finna go ahead and call it, man. I'm finna get to this game. Go Rockets, man. It's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity_VVS. Hold on, King's sake. Don't worry, AK. After we win this series, you won't have the stress about a Warrior or Warriors fans ever again. Houston gonna come through for you. Man, I hope they do, boy. Because I done been through it. I done been through it with this team. All this fear and tweets and war. Kids, women, and elderly can get their work too. Oh, most definitely. The unborn kids too. They're gonna get it too. The ones that's been conceived and the ones that haven't been conceived. They all gonna get it. Like nobody is off limits. Oh, I mess around and take a trip just to San Francisco alone with my Rockets jersey on, wearing all red. Talking about, I'm gonna call everybody Jalen Green. I'm gonna call everybody Alperen Sengun. I'm gonna only call people by Rockets names, bro. I might do something like that. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter /X at AK_VBS. This is the Rockets propaganda channel. I don't know if I'm gonna do a halftime. I haven't been doing halftimes in the playoffs. I don't know if I'm gonna do one though. But yeah, tell a friend to tell a friend. Everybody come back again, and we out.